funny is, you know, in high school they give you this software program where you answer questions and it will tell you which schools are best for you. I already knew I wanted to come to Northwestern. So I found myself answering the questions in a way that would lead Northwestern to be like the #1 school on that list. Because it matched every criteria. I did ASG, I did dance marathon. But Sigma Chi was actually, you know, the biggest thing I was involved in. And I was active in the house, you know, doing a bunch of different positions in the house. And one of the ones I'm actually proudest of, aside from the important positions, was tailgate chair, which sounds silly. It's actually an elected position. I was elected 3 times. We went to every Big Ten campus at least twice, whether it was for football over the 4 years or for other sports. So, you know, road trips often give you a lot of great stories. 5 of us went up to Michigan State one year for a game, I think it was 2000, and our car broke down on the way up on Friday night. And so we transmission went out, we're going down the off-ramp, we finally find a gas station, pushing for a while. And this is before cell phones, so we had no way to call for help. And one of the guys was a big outdoorsman who actually brought tents and sleeping bags in the car, which we made fun of him before we went. It was no longer that funny at that point because we actually used them. And we camped at a gas station outside of Kalamazoo, Michigan. The next morning, we're trying to figure out what to do. We're looking through yellow pages to try to find, you know, tow trucks, rental cars. And this car comes down the off-ramp flying Northwestern flags because they're on their way to the game. They're stopping to get gas. So we ran out waving. And they let us all pile in the car and go with them. And we just kind of left the car in Kalamazoo and went up to finish, you know, cheering on the Cats. Going to Northwestern, it gave me, you know, not only the confidence that I needed to do something like this and the academic background, but the people I surrounded myself with at Northwestern and continue to surround myself with from Northwestern have always pushed me. You're surrounded by these guys that constantly make you want to be better and do big things. I know I wouldn't have got into politics without Northwestern because a couple of the guys pushed me to go into it, and one of them actually said, "Come crash on my couch so you get a job." There are a lot of Wildcats in the White House, and the thing is I didn't even know until a few years in. It just word starts getting around, and you know, I was in a magazine story and someone would email and say, "I went to Northwestern too. You know, I graduated last year, I graduated 5 years ago, I graduated 10 years before you." What's funny is the vice president's chief speechwriter also went to Northwestern, Sean O'Brien. So it's got to be the first time in history that, you know, both the presidents and the president's chief speechwriters maybe went to the same school, but definitely went to Northwestern.